know I'm a few minutes early. That's because I wanted to get my affiliate links in there. So you guys just chill for a few minutes and let me find you. It's not me. Where are we? Here we are. So let me type them in really quick so I have them. Hi Susan, how are you? I'm just, oops, I got my hot glue thing here, pot. I just want to type in some links for you guys really quick so that you'll have them. And I can only do it once it's on a live. And I'm a slow typer. I'm the one finger guy. Oh, listen to Heather. If she doesn't fall off. Heather, you're covering up my stuff. Wait a minute. Heather got me so distracted I can't type. All right, so that's for Deco Exchange. And then we're going to have the ultimate mesh roller here. Hey everybody! I'm just typing in a few things for you guys so I don't forget. And I can only do it when it starts live. And I'm this type of a typer. Done. On my little cheat sheet. Hold on. There we go. Ta-da! So if you're there, say hi, everybody. It's a good day to be a duck here. Heavy rain. Oh, Susan, today is probably going to be the last kind of nice day here where we are. And then it's going to be pouring rain again. So it's going to be crazy. What do they say? We've already hit whatever record that they've had for the state. So whatever. I hear lawnmowers around me out there somewhere, so I apologize. I can't ask them to stop. But I wanted to show you some things today. Now, hopefully you could see this. Oh gosh, you could see my feet and everything today. You see my lovely pants? I'll stick my legs out. I got funky socks on. And I got hearts on. I know, I'm a crazy mess, aren't I? Oh, this feels good with my legs up. So, this is one thing that anybody can make. You can go online, and if you can see, it's just a snowman. And it's got, what do you call it? Hot chocolate in there, candy canes, some marshmallows, and kisses. And let me come a little closer. Let's see. I got a delay here. Hold on. So let's see if you guys can read that. Wow, a little closer. You can screenshot it if you want. And it's just a little thing. You guys, I know it might be hard to read, isn't it? That you staple together. And I saw a lady was posting these. She was charging like $2 each. So I had to make 30 of them to give out to some of the kids in the neighborhood. And when they came off the bus, I was like, oh, I'm running out there with my box. So I was like, here. And I gave out 28 of them. And I was like, oh gosh. And I was like, I didn't think there were that many kids coming off the bus. And I saved 2 because there's other 2 little neighbor kids that didn't go on the bus because they're in daycare afterwards. So, my hat. Gotta have a hat. Gotta have a hat. Hold on. Gotta have a hat. Where's something that kind of matches today? Oh. There we go. I got it. Yeah, it's raining all over the place, Susan, isn't it? There's a spot on my thing. So today is Virginia Tech Day. I think if you guys can see it. My daughter went to Virginia Tech, and she lives still out there by Virginia Tech. So, you remember, I got the other day, I got our butt baby. A little butt baby. Oops. Comes with the arrow. Oh, that come off. Oh, little hot glue, that works. Comes with an arrow, the wings. Little wings. And all the wire comes in it. So whether or not we use it that way or some other way, we'll figure it out. Oops. So we're going to use this wreath. My little butt baby's going to be in here. I pulled out a wire wreath, you know, with pink tinsel stuff on it. And I almost was going to do that. And then I decided to do something a little different design-wise, you know, for this guy or girl. So, got all color pipe cleaners. Let me put these back up there. Hey, Donna, how are you? Everything's going to fall. This is what I'm worried about. Like, remember I said last time I used this, it warped my mat. Now I have another mat on top. This is one of my old cutting mats. I really kind of cut it back, and I have one of those silicone things. Worried about, either burning myself or warping the mat. So I wanted to show you some things. Do you see this gorgeous wreath? This gorgeous wreath, which I probably dumped on the floor now, had a little bird's nest. There's a little bow attached here. There was another bird's nest. I, donate, stuff to the Goodwill store. And I went in and I saw this wreath. Hey, Miss Godfrey, how are you? Tammy and James. Hey. I'm doing fine, Donna. So, when I donated some stuff and I went around and I was like, oh, let me see. Because you can find some things in there you can create with. Pretty bow, but no. And I found this wreath. So I'm like, we're going to dismantle this because there's nothing wrong with the wreath. Pretty ribbon. I don't know, maybe we'll hold that onto that. We'll see. So, look at that. Brand new. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, so what I thought, instead of doing all the poof and the, kind of method, I'm still like nervous about this. Let me put my baby butt back in the bag because all the wires and stuff are going to get hooked onto all the deco mesh. Now, I haven't cut everything because I want to do it with you guys. So I'm not using any white deco mesh, the small one. I do have it in a bigger size, and we're going to crimp it together and stick it in there. And then I have some of this fun stuff. I have some red hearts. Oh, all the crinkly sounds. I'm sorry. Hey, Aria. Or Alia. Ooh. Yes, Thankful Thursday. I have some red hearts. And I showed you guys the other day, this is the hope. But it has a little pink heart I can use, and I may use some of these in there. So this is going to be, let's have some fun. And you can use whatever. I started to do it, let me put those down there. It makes so much noise. I started to do this just in, I was going to just do pink. And, the ribbons, as you can kind of see over here, had a lot of red in it. And I was just like, oh. And then I looked at the baby butt. It had red in it as well. So this was glued like that. So I decided, let's change it up. See, this is why you keep these little extra piece sticks. I'm gonna grab one out. Because I don't have my glue gun plugged in. And this just needs a little dab of glue here, which is what it had before. There we go. Stick you in there. Let this sit over here. Drop. So I thought what we would do with these guys, and that's why I have my pot cleaners. And if you can't see something, just tell me on the screen, and I'll be more than happy to adjust things, okay? So I have some fuchsia, kind of like pink, light pink, and red, and I'm gonna burn something. And it's 6-inch mesh. Oops, they're all falling. Or 5.5, 6-inch mesh. So I thought what we would do is take some of these. Don't need these very long. I could probably cut this into 4 sections and use it in pieces of 4. And we're just going to wrap it around. I like to put my raw sides down, so to speak. And just twist it. And I twist it all the way down, the whole little pipe cleaner thing, because I want it to be like, you know, these little pieces you get from the, what do you call it? From your, oh my God, your pickings. So let's do a couple of these. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna hot glue them in here and have some fun. So what is everybody doing? Did everybody get their stuff done? I finally, oh, I didn't put any red ones yet. You know how you do when you're wrapping stuff and then you go, I keep my stuff hidden. And all of a sudden I'll go and, oh, there's some more. So I wound up literally wrapping, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more gifts, I think it was yesterday. 13, 14 more gifts yesterday. And I was like, am I done yet? So I think I'm done now, which is good. So everything is under the tree. Of course, you know, we have to wait for Santa to come. You know, Santa has to do the stockings. And this year I'm not going to have all my family here on Christmas Day. So it would only be this year my one daughter with my son-in-law and granddaughter, and then my husband and me for Christmas dinner this year. And then my other daughter and husband will be coming later, you know, in the week. She has to work, and she rotates every other Christmas. She comes here every other Christmas. They stay there at his house, which is fine. I just enjoy having everybody here, of course, but I get it. You know, you're in a marriage. You got to split your time. All right. So this isn't too hard to do, guys. And this is kind of, you put it in, you make it as full as you want, how you want it. I just want to get, well, let me get some light pink. Now people may want to use pick machines, you know, and put the little pick things on them. I don't have one of those. So this works fine for me. So I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. Oh, gotta cut some more pot cleaners. All right. Stick these here, and God help me if I burn anything. Everybody's been burning their fingers and everything lately. I did it, and I still got a scar here. I burned my finger here, and I burned my knuckle here. I mean, burned where the skin, I mean, it bubbled up, and I was like, good Lord. I haven't done anything like that in a long time. And it hurt. All right, so you're not going to see the glue pot. I can bring it over a little bit. I'll show you. This is my glue pot. And I'm just dipping it in. But I'm putting it back. And I'm just going to spread it out and put these in. And then just going to fluff it like a little bow. Now I'm going to use some white. This is the white, and I'll show you what I want to do with this. Hey Lisa! Welcome! Everybody say hi to Lisa! Lisa, if you want to get alerts, go ahead and type the word alert in comments, and then every time I go live, you will get an alert to come on and play with us. And that goes for everybody else too. Alright, so I cut that at 10 inches, the other one, so I'm going to do, these are going to be curls. Let's try 10 inches. And I'll show you what I want to do with these. Did I bring out white pipe cleaners? I did. Now with these, because I want the curls, so I'm going to pinch it up like this. And let me cut some white. Good. Now I put in the top of my page there, everybody, the very first thing in comments, I put my affiliate links. The ribbon that we're going to use today is from, part of it is from Deco Exchange, and I'll tell you which is which. And some of it is from Craft Outlet. I don't have an affiliate link with Craft Outlet, but you know, I hope I put these all the right way. But you can go online and, you know, go in there and get it. And I say get it. Now I had gotten a lot of these ribbons from Deco Exchange. That he did a box where you can get, like, I don't know, however many ribbons it was it 12 or something? And I got a lot of the 2-inch ribbon from him. Probably should cut these in half. It's going to be my husband and my son, daughter, and my oldest grandson this year, but I didn't have almost everyone except for my oldest son right now, because Thanksgiving we had all 6 grandkids under one roof. I'm sure with all those grandkids it was fun. Thanksgiving was fun this year for me because my dad lives in Florida, and I know I've said this, and he came up for the first time, and he never comes up here because, like I said, it's too cold. All right, so I'm doing it like this. I wasn't sure if I should use half a pipe cleaner. I was thinking 2 different ways. Cut this down a little bit. So when I stick this in, it's going to stick up like that. Okay? So that's what we're going to use these for. So these are kind of like the accent and maybe fillers and stuff like that. So I have no rhyme or reason of how I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to kind of go, and we're going to have fun. Hey, Angela. "10-inch ribbons remind me if I see him from this Elf movie when the store manager insists 6-inch ribbon curls. Enjoy the day." Well, these little ones that we're using here are 6-inch, not ribbons, but decoupage. My ribbons, the width of them are going to be, they're either I'm going to use 1.5 inch or I'm going to use 2.5 inch. It's going to be a variety. Turn that upside down like that. So I just curl these out and I tuck them in. And that's all that we're doing with this. And we got to figure out how close I want them. Let's try one of these colors. I've been watching so many Hallmark movies. I haven't done that in quite a while, and I like watching them. They're kind of fun. So see how pretty that's coming? Oh, we cut some more pipe cleaners. I have 2 different color pipe cleaners. I was thinking light and dark, but it really doesn't matter, you know. It just gives it more personality. And yes, Angela, I am getting ready for the next season. I'm done making Christmas wreaths unless somebody wants me to. I have no problem doing that. I'm trying to stay ahead a little bit on doing things. I'm going to do some painting on wood signs next month. Ooh, there we go. So this is just a fun little wreath. Ugh. They look like little butterflies, which I think is cute. It's a red one. So all I'm doing is just kind of randomly putting them in. Tell your friends, share this, make some love. I like crafting with you guys. Now this guy. There's some white in there to break up all the blue, not the blue, all the other colors. And it will come together a little bit more. Is that a little bit too long, huh? Let's do it this way. Come back out. Hold on. Revamp. I'm gonna make it shorter. Oh, hot glue gun. So this is why. You can take it down the bottom like this. Just fold it in half. Twist it, kind of pinch and twist. And we're going to do the same thing, what I just did, but the curls will be a little smaller. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Oh, I like that. See how it's coming out? And you got dimension on it. It doesn't all have to be the same way on this. Ask any questions, you guys. So has everybody been watching the news, the bad weather? Did you guys, the weather that everybody has had this year between snowstorms in Chicago, all the fire in California, hurricanes, tornadoes, rain. It's like crazy this year. And of course, I'm in Virginia, and I, would love a white Christmas, because that's all about what Christmas is. You gotta have a white Christmas. Oh, there goes one on the floor. I need some more red. Let me put this down here. So I have my clothespins. Have some of these guys. I know I have a bag here. Oh, that's orange. Let me move some. I'm just waiting till I burn myself. God. Oh, here's the little bow from that. So normally I can stack these, and I don't know if you can see this. You can. I'll show you all the ribbon later. So to save a little bit of time, I just kind of run these side by side right now. And we're going to cut them at 10 inches length. And because I only have the two colors laying here, the fuchsia one I have over here. Let's cut a bunch of these babies. And normally I would have all this kind of prepped, but today I thought, let's just have some fun and do some things together. Oh, I'm sticking. And that's why I have my clothespins. Sometimes I'll put these in the Bodabra, but I was like, I'm going to need a lot of these things. And see that how that comes out a little bit longer, because even though as much as you make the mesh lay straight, it still comes out wonky. am having fun. I always have fun. You know what? It used to be, there was something I read years ago that it always said the Americans always dwell on the negative part. It's always like, hey, you did this good, but, you know, kind of thing. And that Europeans kind of don't do that. They take their time, they'll go have their teas, their coffees, they'll stop, and other places, countries over there, I don't know, Sweden, Denmark, or wherever, they only work like 30 hours a week because they, you know, it's all about family. And here it just seems, you know, you're working, just trying to make ends meet. And it's just sad that, you know, of that. This month we had 6 inches of snow, and then we had later 68 outside pouring rain. Holy cow. Tomorrow here, get this. It's supposed to be 65 here tomorrow, and it's supposed to be 100% chance of rain. And tomorrow, I'm taking my granddaughter. She's spending the night because her mom and dad have to go somewhere, party. And she's going to spend the night, and my group called Core Friends, we are going to go get together and decorate cookies with the kids, and then go caroling, and we're going to take the cookies on, you know, it'll be on Fort Belvoir, and we're going to go take the cookies and all and give it to the first responders. And it's just a way of saying thank you. I mean, they work hard, you know, especially in all kinds of weather, you know, for somebody that needs help, you know. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow night. Hey, Kim, how are you? So that's what, she doesn't know we're doing it, my granddaughter, because if you tell her one thing, you know, it's just like, you'll hear it for like a week. So she doesn't even know we're going to do it. So I got cookies and icing and sprinkles. And Angela, if you're still on, you hear me, I'm coming tomorrow night. So I'm like 6 to 8. So I'll probably do a live with that with you guys, just so you can see, and hopefully you won't hear me sing. But I love to sing anyway. Donna, I'm in Virginia. I'm in Springfield, Virginia. About 10 minutes away from the base of Fort Belvoir. Where are you? Everybody always comes on and says they're from Texas and different places where it's nice and warm right now. Well, Texas, you get snow too, I think, don't you? It does sound like fun. You know, because my kids are grown, I normally don't go and do the caroling and all, because it's really, you know, for the kids kind of thing. But this year I do have my granddaughter, like I said, and I think it would be fun with her to go do it, kind of thing. Well, this is wonky, this one. I'll wonk you. There we go. So I think it would be really fun. You know, this time of year everybody always does more, you know, for whether it's for the military or somebody homeless or whatever. And with my group, we try to do things throughout the year. Like I know I've mentioned we do the Fisher House every second Monday of the month. You know, everybody rotates. Like I'm doing January with some other ladies. I have to get a hold of them. And come up with meals. Like I did October with them, and I made taco soup. So we did it kind of all that theme. You know, for the people that were staying there. And they let us know how many people are staying there. And why are these so wonky? And stuff. And we get together and make a meal, whatever it may be. You know, if it's Thanksgiving, I think they did like some turkey breasts and stuff like that. So I am 10 minutes from you. Where are you? You're in Kentucky, Donna? I love Kentucky. I really do. I've been through there. Oops. With kids doing gymnastics and stuff. Need some more pink. Wait, where do you live 10 minutes away from me, Miss Adams? I'm horrible with first names. Some names. Danita? Yeah, it was cold front here. I'm looking out the window over there because this window is covered with all my wreaths. Oops. And we've had snow once here. Now, further south of me, they got like, my daughter who lives, like I said, by Virginia Tech, they got 14 inches of snow, and then they got hit again with some snow. Richmond, which is about 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours south of me, got like, I think my friend said 12 inches. And we got a dusting, and it melted within the same day. I'm not complaining. I love the snow. I hate to go out there and shovel it sometimes. But sometimes when you go out and shovel, it's just so pretty. And but I like sleigh riding. I like skiing and stuff. So we'll see. We want to go skiing possibly again this year and take my other granddaughter for the first time. And oh, I got that one. But we'll see, because we kind of did a little expenditure money-wise this year, because we went to our normal vacation, and then I went down to Florida for 4 days. So, eek on the money bill. All right, so let's see how far this gets us. We might have to cut some more. This might be a two-parter today. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. See, they get wonky. Oh! Come back out here. Wonky, 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 wonky. Much better. Yes, I live just behind the casino. Just at a Woodrow Wilson Bridge. Oh my God! So you're over there by the National Harbor. How funny! Well, welcome, neighbor. I'm actually, if you, well, we're not quite 10 minutes apart. A little bit more, but I know exactly. It just depends on the day driving over the Wilson Bridge there, how fast you can get over there. I've made a lot of wrong turns going over there and wound up in the National Harbor. Because once you cross over the Wilson Bridge, it goes with everything. Well, that's cool. We'll have to get together sometime. I like having friends. All right. Let's put all this over here, and let's see where we are with this. Got to get some white curls in there, but those are going to be more my accents to stick in and fill in. So let's take a fuchsia. Might have to cut some more. I thought I cut enough. Ooh, don't burn the pot. Yeah, I tend, after I retired, I used to work up by the Pentagon. I used to work with Bed Bath & Beyond, and I did that for years. And mind you, I'm just sticking these in. It's hot glue gun. Hot glue gun. I'm sticking these in, like, down in here, so it's not like I'm just sticking them on top. And I just want it to be full. However it goes is how it goes. Oh, hot glue gun. Woo! That'll wake you up. Now, once I get the baby butt and all this that I want to put in here, then we'll put all the little sprays of goodies. So these are one of these wreaths that are like, hello. Take a little while. But I just thought it would be different than working on a vine wreath. Put you over there, put you over here. I need some fuchsia. I need more rolls. I should have put this up here. Maybe I can. Dump you. Oh, that was good. Think I could thread them all? No. Since this was my top one, made it easier. There we go. Oh, I'm not going to thread that through because I have the other two. All right, so this is driving me crazy because I'm usually so much more organized than this. like I said, I always do these beforehand. I wanted to do it with you guys today. Today. Before I do this, better cut some pink ones. Hey Bertha, how are you? I know a lot of people probably ask me, why am I doing, I've been doing some mornings. And there are people that sometimes are just home like me, and they're not doing anything, and say, why? You know, because at nighttime, a lot of us, you know, people in our community go on at night, and it's like half a dozen people are doing this, all these lives. So I decided to, let's do some in the morning for the people that are home. Maybe the kids are in school, they're folding laundry or doing laundry or baking or something. Good morning, Bertha. And, you know, we can just have some fun that way too. Bertha, we're making a Valentine's Day wreath. And we are cutting the mesh at 10-inch strips. This is 5.5 or 6 inches mesh. And just making little bow, I call them butterflies, but just little ruffles. A bunch of little ruffles. Now the wreath I could have sprayed too, like a white or a pink to kind of mellow it out. So you don't think of it coming through, but the only reason I'm not going to say I don't like it, is because just like I used to spray wicker furniture. I had a wicker shelf I bought, oh gosh, back in 1982 or something, and it was one that you can hang on the wall, and just 2 little shelves. And when I got it, I think it was white, and I put it in my kid's bathroom, and at that time we did all like the primary colors, all the reds, the blues and yellows and stuff, you know, like bright rainbow. And is that all I cut? And so I spray painted it a bright yellow, and it was that way for years. Then we moved somewhere else, spray painted it white again, and put it in the bathroom. And that thing literally lasted 37 years. And the only reason why I got rid of it, or it's still going actually, is because I went ahead and we redid our bathrooms last year. And it didn't quite go with the decor, and I wanted something different. So I kind of did, instead of the wicker country look, which is always what I've always liked, I went, you know, it's a little bit more modern, traditional kind of look. Hey Carol, how are you? And stuff. So, but so I think I gave it to Goodwill. I figured somebody else can use it. It's nothing wrong with it, but that was the thing. You used to spray, you know, your wicker furniture to be whatever color. Rocking chairs, shelves, waste baskets and stuff. I'm probably telling my age by saying that. Because not many people use wicker. It's like a plastic wicker now. Alright. Let's see where we are. So this is kind of where we are. Like I said, I chose not to do that. I need some fuchsia. Hey Regina, how are you? And I'm just sticking these in there any little old way I want. Should I do a red? So there's no rhyme or reason. This is just one of these things that just takes a little bit more time to come up with. And do. And then, like with anything afterwards, I'll go through and I'll cut off all the little free things. tried to get more of the table in. That's why you're seeing all my boxes underneath. I rearranged. You know how you do that? It's like, oh, let me clean out my craft room. So I don't have a real craft room. This is half of my master bedroom. Because the craft room is kind of like where the kids' playroom is right now. So I decided, well, once, you know, the kids are done or whatever, you know, I don't need the little playroom, then I'll take it over. But we have another, I call it, my husband calls it the craft room, I don't. It's in our basement, which is fully furnished. There's a room when we store everything in it. And I don't know if, I think I may have posted a little while, last week, what happened was, we went in there because I went to go get all my hats, and he must have kicked over one of the cans of stain. And when he stood it back up, he stood it upside down. And it was one can that we had used, the stain. And, well, the stain leaked right through the lid, and it's tile floors. And it was easy to get off the tile. But that was the day I was telling you guys in one of my videos with the stink in the house and everything, that I thought something was like burning, or, you know, some electrical thing or whatever. And so it has stained the grout. I have tried bleach. So if you guys know of any way to get stain out of grout. So the grout was like a sand color, and the stain is like a dark brown. Dark brown. All I have to say. Dark brown. This guy's going to be in the way of my baby butt. Probably half of these are falling on the floor. Because that's what always happens. Hey Wendy, how are you? If this is your first time watching with me, come on aboard, hit the word alert down below. Oops, so you can get alerts when I do my lives. So see? Now you could do half of this if you want to, and you could do flowers or something on the other side. I mean, it's really up to you. I'm choosing to do this whole thing in this, and then put the baby butt. Oh, we can see how the baby butt's going to kind of look right now. Baby butt. It's Cupid's butt. Well, let's see how cute that's going to look. I want the wires get hooked. So when it's all done. Now, these have wires in them, so I can bend it. But that's what it's going to kind of look like. Isn't that cute? And I'm going to put more white, and that's going to be kind of my filler of the white in there. And then I have the wings and the little Cupid arrow. I'm just keeping it in here, so. And all the little picks to go on it too. Yeah, everybody say hi to each other. We have fun in this group. Everybody learns, everybody chats with each other. All right, need some more. I wasn't sure how much I was actually going to use, because these are one of those things you don't know until you make it. Put those there. Oops. Why am I caught? Okay. There we go. Cleaning house. See, this is a good way. Just take your phone around with you, clean your house. You get to talk with us. I had a lady come over yesterday and she was picking up, I did 2 wreaths for her. She picked up the marine wreath and then the one I did the other day. Now I have to apologize. The other day when I did that fireman's wreath, I have no clue why the picture was like this. I have no clue. I don't have an answer for you. I asked about it if anybody knows anything, and the only thing we can think of, a lot of people yesterday were having problems with what they call Mevos and everything as well, and Zoom programs. And so we just think Facebook was being weird yesterday or the other day, and there was nothing I could do. Yesterday was all kinds of problems, so the day before I probably just ran into it, and it wasn't until after I did the live that I went back and I saw, like, I was like this. So hopefully that's not doing that now. Please tell me if it is. I don't know if it just showed up at the end when I replayed it, or if it's doing it now, because I have no idea how to correct it. I do my lives the same way each time, so I don't know. Whoops. I went wonky there. But anyway. So is anybody going away? It's not? Okay, good. So if you guys do watch the replay later, well, I'll watch it too. I'll know. And I don't know how to, you know, weird stuff. Weird. Maybe there's a ghost. Maybe a Halloween ghost didn't leave. Oh, maybe it's the ghost from Christmas past that's coming in to haunt me. I don't know. Just kidding. God knows who's lived in this house. We did. It was the funniest thing. Oh, good, Susan. I'm glad. We were out this past summer, and, you know, we were having, you know, things done outside and all, and this car pulls up in the driveway with the chauffeur, mind you. And this guy gets out. He had an injured leg, and this lady, and he's coming up to our house. So, you know, of course, I take my dog out on a leash because I'm like, I don't know you people. And my dog, when she doesn't know anybody, she's got like a really deep, like, kind of bark. And I know that was a good impression, wasn't it? And it turns out the guy used to live in our house. Now, our house being so close to where we are with military, a lot of military people have lived in here. And we live up on a little bit of a hill. So people used to call it when they say, I said, oh yeah, you know, I'm at this address. And they're like, oh, the White House on the hill. And I went, oh, I was only getting that money from those people. But now we changed the color. It's gray, like gray. So it's not the White House on the hill anymore. But he said he used to live here when he was like 8 years old. Now he lives in California, and he's like an adult, of course. And he asked if he could take some pictures. He had a picture of him on a bicycle posed out front. So now he had the scooter because he had, you know, foot surgery. So he said he wanted to replicate it. So we said, okay, fine. And then he said, can I also have this one of me on the back deck. Can I do it? So I said, well, sure. So we go, and he goes, oh, you put a different deck in. Oh, because the whole backyard used to be woods. And we cut down a lot of trees, cleaned it out, to, you know, makes your backyard bigger. Because, you know, I had kids. And so he's like, you cut all the stuff. And he goes, well, where would it have been? So I said, well, it would have been here. So we kind of, some of the trees was still there, and we took pictures. And he just thought it was the neatest thing. And I thought it was kind of cool, too. Somebody that used to live in this house like 30 years ago. And he said they were only here not very long because they were in the military. His father was in the military. So I was like, oh. He said, I think just a couple of years. But this house, we're, I believe, the third owners of the house. So the house is 40 years old. And so we've been upgrading it. Each year we pick a different project. So this coming year, it's going to be the master bedroom. Better be, because I've been waiting 2 years for it. And so it was kind of neat. But one thing we found when we were redoing the one hallway bathroom up here, they had a medicine cabinet. You know, one of those little small ones like this that was like inset into the wall. That was the medicine cabinet in a bathroom with 2 sinks, right? So we took it out, and behind that was the most funkiest wallpaper. It was like out of Greek, you know, kind of thing. It was like an off-white, tanny color, and it had like Greek statues and stuff. And I thought, good. I mean, okay, not my cup of tea. People may like that, okay? So for me, it wasn't something I would do. And I was like, could you imagine? This must have been in this bathroom on the walls somewhere. So I thought, what were they thinking back in those days? You know, color-wise. And so I saved an 8x10 picture of it. And I went ahead and I had it framed, or I framed it. And then I put a little plaque on it. And I hung it in the bathroom. Now, it kind of doesn't really go with the style of the bathroom. But I hung it over the, you know, the toilet. And I just wanted something, you know, to say, hey. And I'm going to leave it with the house. It's not something I'm going to take. But, do you guys want to see it? I can go get it if you guys want to see it. It's really kind of cool. And I put a little plaque on it. And, you know, saying, God, what did I say? Oops, pipe cleaners. I said something like, during a remodeling of 2017, we found this wallpaper in, you know, the bathroom. Okay, I could get it. Hold on. It's really kind of cool. I like history like that. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Oh, I should have put Heather up for you to dance to. I'm coming. I'm shutting my door because my dog barks. Oh, I'm going to stand here. Now, hopefully you won't get a glare. Oops. I'm waiting for it to come on the screen over there so I can see. Let me move it a little closer. 8-second delay. So you can see it's kind of funky. And this is exactly the color it was. So we found it behind the medicine cabinet. So when I had it framed, I put this little plaque on. I said this piece, oh gosh, now I can't read. This piece of wallpaper was uncovered, because I got a glare, when we were remodeling the bathroom in March of 2017. It's original to the house when it was built in the late 1970s, and I wrote the Delisles. So I have our name underneath it because we were the ones that kind of found it. But I just thought, yeah, I know, isn't that wow? You think of a house in the 70s that you wouldn't see wallpaper like that. I would think that probably more in the Victorian, you know, era, you know, but the house isn't that old. And I was just shocked when I found it. And I think it was, oops, I need more pipe cleaners. I just thought it was so cool. And my husband's like, oh, that's ugly. You know, you're not putting that in the bathroom. And I was like, yes, I am. The bathroom sink is like that dark brown around the frame. So the frame, I matched it. And then it's like gray with the tinted blue walls on it. So the colors of that do not match anything in the bathroom. But you walk in, the door opens this way and the toilet's kind of behind it. So you really don't see it. I know, isn't it weird? It's neat but weird, you know. It's nice, the memory to have of it, but it's not something I'd put in there. It's almost like I want to take it and do like color in the line, the thing, like watercolor. But I just thought it was cool. Then we found some other, when they removed the sink, there was some other colored paper or something there, which I don't think I saved that. But it's weird when you start, I think I saved when we did the kitchen because they had to knock down some walls and stuff. And, you know, you find things like amongst the wall, you know, in there. And like our basement, when we redid that, you know, the stairs going down, so this whole part of the ceiling was ripped out. So we wrote on the bottom, on the back of the stairs, you know, saying, hey, you know, this was remodeled at this time, blah, 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 blah. What pissed me off was the people that were doing the remodeling, decided, oh, they can ride on the stairs too. And I thought, heck are you guys to do that? You know, I was really pissed about that. But so each time we redo something somewhere, I try to put a little like note in something. Like one time I did, they took out a wall and put a wall, so I took a Coke bottle and put a little note in the Coke bottle in between walls. I just thought someday somebody will find this, you know, and it would be just kind of cool, you know, kind of like a time capsule. All right, so we got some of these. Everything's gonna go flying. So one thing I'm making, because this is going to be flat, I want to make sure I get, you know, some down there. And again, I can fill in, you know, I go back and I'll go like this and look and say, oh yeah, I need some there and there. But since I started this way, I want to continue this way. I don't know. One of those OCD things, I guess. My mother have all red carpet in a single room of the house, including the kitchen and bathroom. Even after 20 years, it still would bleed all over the white socks. We had that same thing. We rented a house and they dyed, the carpet was like an apricot color. And they dyed it like a dark brown before we moved in. They didn't tell us they did that though. And so we couldn't figure out, we thought it was like our leather shoes or something. The same thing was turning brown. So we thought, oh, our leather shoes got wet or something in the, you know, from the leather. And then once we started to see, you know, if you really look hard, you can see that it was down real close to the roots, so to speak, in plots. It didn't take. And you could see where the different colors were. And I went, oh, now, whoops. Now that was back when you also would have the colors in your house were like the apricot and the slate blue. So I had apricot curtains and stuff back then. So it's, you know, somebody might think what I'm doing is weird in my house, you know. I'm trying to make it more of a timeless house. Oops. So that, you know, when the time comes and we do decide to sell, you know, that anybody could live here. It's not like a grandma house, you know, or something. I think my one daughter's probably saying, hey, move now, Mom, so I'll take the house. Because she wants to move up here. She lives about a half an hour away. And like I said, that's the granddaughter I babysit. And she's going to move up here when her granddaughter starts school. She's in preschool now. But, you know, she looked at, I think it was last year she looked. And she was looking at another townhouse. She doesn't have the time to really do all the yard work and stuff. And so I was like, well, that's cool. You know, we were looking and I was like, every house we went into, it's not my place to say, I don't like this. She asked me to go with her and then she asked me what I thought. And I was like, well, what are your opinions? She says, well, I saw this. I said, exactly. So we're on the same wavelength. It's not what you need. You need a backyard and stuff. So, but we'll see. Now, I didn't put this wreath on my website because I wasn't quite sure on the price of this yet, of how much this was going to cost. Still don't quite know. Pop out a number. With shaggy red and even all the red wallpaper. Oh my God, red wallpaper. When we moved here in 1997, and we were looking for a place to live. So my husband found a place. Now we had a dog. So, you know, with a dog, a lot of places don't want you to have a dog because they'll scratch the floor and yada yada. So one of the houses, he said, oh, this is going to be a great house, you know, to live in. And I'm like, really? Walked in, lime green carpeting. It was like every room had a different color. There was lime green, there was like a blue, and like the shag. And I went, lime green? Are you out of your mind? This house definitely needed an upgrade. And I'm just like, not happening, dear. I'm not living in a lime green house. I know. Oh, see, they fell on the floor. Hold on. Oh, and look what I found. This was the little bird's nest that was in this, that was sitting on here. I don't know where the eggs were. Don't need you. Oh, I didn't put a pipe cleaner in this one. Silly me. Oh, that's a hot pot. Dang. I'll live. I'll live. I'll live, I'll live, I'll live. Yeah, in this house here, like I said, over the years, you know, we started doing things. And like this whole upstairs here, you can kind of see. I'll move this. But now I can't put my feet in there. This was all like a tan carpeting, which was more so like your construction carpeting that was in here. And so when my one granddaughter was going to be born, we took one of the bedrooms and I wanted to make it like a nursery for her. And so in doing that, I said, well, we got to replace this carpet, dear. And he's like, what? Oh, just in this room? No, dear. Let me get some white in here. I want to replace the entire floor. And he's going, are you out of your mind? I said, no, I'm not. And so we did this, and this is pergo flooring, because you always hear pergo flooring being good. These this is the 10-inch mesh that I'm cutting at 10 inches too. So everything is 10 inches. Hey Emma, how are you? If this is your first time or not, go ahead and type in the word alert so you can get alerts. We're making a Valentine's Day wreath with the little baby butt. So we redid the entire upstairs in this pergo flooring, and that was in 2011. This floor takes a beating with my dog with the nails, but I'll tell you what, you do not see those scratch marks. So all those TV commercials, you see that big great name running across the floor for the pergo floors, highly recommended. Now for the main floor, we did mahogany. Okay, Donna, cool. Yes, I love seeing people. And in doing that, okay, so this was where we did the trial and error of folding in half, and I'm going to tie it here to make the curls shorter. Ooh. We did mahogany solid wood floors. Now, the only problem with that is, yes, we do have a dog. And yes, with the dog, you know, running around, it scratches the floor. But you can go ahead and sand it down and do it. So it's not like a big deal. You know, for us right now, it's fine. How long? My dog is, what, she's going to be 6 years old. We've always had a dog. And I like having the dogs because I feel protected. Not that my husband can't protect me. But it's just, I like it because they're like the sound, like the alarm system. And I like having the dogs. Especially with my husband, is, you know, he traveled a lot with, you know, doing things for the military, and it was my security system. The kids were off in college and stuff. So we did that on that. Now, the basement we carpeted, went from like a Berber carpeting to a shag, and it looked really nice because I asked the people, I said, is this going to hold up good? You know, oh yeah, this is good. Liar. They are. It doesn't hold up well, especially going down the stairs. It flattens, so I'm not happy. So I want to get the master bedroom done. And because literally in here, now you can't see, but I don't want to show you because it's ugly. To my left here, there's a closet. And then there's two big windows together, and it's like a bay, you know, you sit on. And then there's another closet. Then over on this side, there's two other closets. It's like 4 closets in this room, and it's just like, really? That's the stupidest design. Who came up with this? So I'm going to gut it, take everything out to the 4 walls. And this behind me, this mantle behind me, I built that. There was just a shelf back there. So I took this whole thing and built the shelf, You can't really see it because I got all the wreaths up there. But did the whole mantle shelf, the whole facade and everything on it. So I'm pretty savvy when it comes to wood. But I'm going to get this. I'm going to have a walk-in closet. I've already designed it like in my brain. So we already have a contractor. So it's just a matter of calling him now. All right. So these are kind of like my spacers. Oh, spacers. Fillers. Where I think it should go. And I don't want them like all in a line. I kind of want them staggered. So wherever I see like what would be a hole, so to speak, is where I'm going to kind of put these. So it's not like it needs a lot of them, but it gives all the colors. God, I hate those little strings. You know, brings in some of the white. Because you always have white, pink, and you could, you know, Valentine's Day does have black. I have some black, but I'm not sure if I want to use this or not. And see? This one right here. I'm just afraid these are going to hit the pot. So, need one right here. And I can go back. I'll probably do this because you know how we all are when we make things. We go back and look at it and go, oh, I need one there. I need one there. You see? Oops. Blew in the nail. Probably could put one down here, I think. Yeah, there's a hole down there. Do I have any more white? Did I shove them all off the floor? So see, it's coming out cute. Now, I'm not worried too much yet about this inner part of the ring because the baby butt, you know, takes up a lot of space. So once I get the baby butt in there, if I have to add more in there, I am. So we got to cut some more. Oh, it's coming out cute. Do you guys think it's coming out cute? Give me your opinions. Tell me if I need to change something. I'm all up for suggestions. When you design these things, it's all, you know, sometimes how I view it, and you guys may see something different and go, oh God, why is she doing that? So I'm up for suggestions. I know, doesn't the white make it pop? It's kind of like if you put black in there. I thought maybe black, because like I said, you know, when you think of Valentine's Day, sometimes you have black. But because it's the baby, I thought the black would be too heavy, like to put in there. Does that make sense? So that's why I was kind of steering away. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a bow, because off to the side, like what I want to do is like have the baby butt and off to here do the sprays. So that's what's in my mind. Now it's like how it comes out. And I did order a table easel. So that way when I do something like this or any of my other ones, it makes it easier. Like I always like wind up standing up looking down and I got to hold it this way and that way because you guys see it differently than I do. And this way I can stand and, excuse me, be on that side and see it actually up so that I can make it look pretty. So I'm waiting for that to come. I don't think it's going to be here before Christmas though, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm patient. I'm patient. And then for the ribbon, I wasn't going to do bows. Kind of like what I'm doing with the white. I may do just a little simple bow and kind of tuck it in there is my idea. Or just do like a tail, like kind of what I'm doing with the coral, with the white one, and just do a tail and stick it in there. Because I have a lot of ribbon, and I have the 2-inch and the 1.5 inch, and I'm like, I don't know if the 2 inch is going to be too big because this is kind of a small wreath. So that's something, you know, I'll have to ask you guys, what do you guys think? We'll look at it and see and play with it. But this is what's so time consuming. It's cutting all these things because you just don't know how many you need. When you're creating like this, I'm trying to curl them and do them as quick as I can. And tomorrow I have my granddaughter, so I won't be able to, if I don't get this done with you today, I can't do it tomorrow because I have her, and like I said, we're going to go caroling and do cookies and thank our fellow responders for all that they do. And then Saturday I gotta go to a friend's house to drop off their Christmas presents. Their mother's coming to visit, and this is the first time. And they're my guy friends, and they're really excited. So I bought, but I can do, I don't know if you guys have seen, people take a gift wrapping bag and they'll cut it, you know, one side of it out, let's say an 8x10. And then they take, I know I had them here, I don't know what I did with them. You know, the little battery operated lights? And what they do, they put the bag down and they kind of put from behind, like where they would like the lights, and they just tape the lights to the back. And they get like a cheap frame. And then the lights kind of shine through where it is. I thought it was the coolest thing. I had never seen that before. So I bought 3. I hope my daughters aren't on. Shoot. Because they get them as a gift. Anyway. So I bought that to do. I thought, oh, so I've been looking for, you could do it for any occasion. Somebody's birthday, anniversary, Valentine's Day. Whoa. That would have been weird. There we go. I was stuck there. And I thought it would be kind of cool. You can even, if you're having a craft day, a bunch of ladies getting together, make some crafts. It probably would cost you a whole $1, $2, $3 to make. But I just, like I said, I thought they were cool. But I've already wrapped them. Otherwise, I'd show them to you. I had them up here for the longest time. But I can't show you on the lives because my daughters get on the live sometimes, even though they're at work. So I can't do that. So I always keep looking like, are they on? Are they watching? Don't go near the pot. I should put them on the floor. Oh, need some red pipe cleaners. I wish you guys could talk to me. I always hear people always, take a drink. I'm like, why are they taking so many drinks? This is why you get cotton mouth. But that's okay. I just like to talk. I'm good at that. All right. I'm going to see where this takes me on these, what I have here. We'll see. I'm looking at the wreath thinking, will this be enough? I'm the type, I like every little spot filled. That's me. I don't want to see holes or anything in it. Oh, I should have cut some pink ones. I hear my dog outside the door. She'll wait out there until I open the door. Sometimes she'll come up and go into the bed when I'm in here, but most of the time she stays out when I'm doing a live. She's not a lap dog, so I can't bring her in, and she won't come around the table here. She'll come as far as the side of the table, but that's as far as she'll go. Otherwise, I'll show it to you. Oh, I just said I need to cut pink ones too. These are real. Oops, these are like really fuzzy. It's almost like a bathrobe. Pipe cleaners. Oh, need some of these two. So I have two different colors. Mix and match them. It doesn't matter. It just gives it more dimension. My handles are coming off. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. So you got one more to tie, and then we'll see. I'm probably going to do more. Oh, I see a hole. See, when you look at it at a different angle, you see a hole somewhere. But see, the baby's butt's going to cover some areas. That's why, like I said, I wasn't worried about the inside until I get the baby butt in there. Oop, come here. All right, so let's see how far this takes us. And I have no idea how many I've used. So these are one of those things, you just do it as you go, ladies. But I can tell you how much mess I'll use, because it was a brand new red mesh. All of these were brand new to use color-wise, except for the white 10-inch. That was one that I had already opened. So right now I'm only on one roll of the light pink, the fuchsia, and the red. So need a red. Oh, I want to burn everything. I'm gonna burn my house down. Oh, you know, I was in Facebook jail for a week, and I'll tell you what, you don't realize, I felt so bad because people were like commenting, and I couldn't comment, I couldn't like back, I couldn't share, and I was like, oh, so I'm trying to message them saying, listen, I'm not ignoring you, you know, and I just got out of Facebook jail yesterday, 8:24. Actually, I tried at 8:25. I still wasn't out, so I waited till 9 o'clock yesterday morning, and I was finally out, and I was like, yay! So I was very happy. But a lot of people have been in jail. A lot of people have been in jail. I just laugh because I never was in jail. That was the first time I was ever in jail, and I went, I learned my lesson. Whoops, this is a little crooked here. Let me just move this over a little. So are you ladies, any of you ladies, did you guys do the elf stir with Damien? We exchanged a gift. I did. I couldn't find the lady. I was trying to look at her to see if she was a crafter or something, and I asked all those little funky questions but didn't get a response back. But however, I guess she did it 2 years ago, and she had put something on there, so I went, oh, she had like 3 items on there, so I know I hate Facebook jail. So I kind of picked one of those items in hopes that she didn't get it. But she did get her item and said thank you. But I don't know her face. I wanted to see her face and like kind of, but I can't find her because there's so many people with her name. So I've been hoping that she'd come on one of mine, or, oh, Donna, you could do it next year. It was my first time doing it. Last year I did, you know, they kind of did, it was like a secret sister kind of a thing. And I did that one. And of course, my friend sent it to me. And so I did it. And of course, the person, you know, you take the next person down the list. And mine was somebody in California. And so I did it. You know, you can't spend no more. I don't know. I think it was $15 or something. But of course, you know, I'm thinking, oh, this person's saying they want this, a candle and this, and I'm trying to buy what the person wants, and then you got to ship it. And I was like, oh my God, I just spent like $50, you know, because of shipping. But and I never got anything back. So I went, oh, I'm not doing that one again. So I figured if, you know, Damien was doing this one, it has to be, you know, legit, so to speak. And so I did it, and I got, as I showed you guys, I got the snowman fleece blanket. I showed it on one of my lives, and which I really like, actually. Oh, it's in my granddaughter's room because she saw it and she said, oh, this is so soft. I was like, yes, it is. But it's mine. You can't take it home. Oh, almost had this. Almost had this. Let's get some white in there. I guess a lot of people, you know, were saying, he was doing a thing last night that they didn't know how to access it. I was like, so I didn't quite understand that, how people didn't know how to access it, because I accessed mine right away, and I got her, and it's just a matter of when am I going to get her. And she was in, where was she? New Mexico, and the one I got came from, I think it was it Tennessee or Kentucky, one of the two. And I like my gifts. I've seen some other people give, you know, we're only supposed to spend $10, and some people, it looks like, spent a lot more in giving to people, and I was just like, ooh. But, oh, good. I'm just happy I got something. I'm happy I was able to give somebody a gift, and that they got it. All good. Just wanted to know, why does everyone call Damien? Oh, okay. So for me, I'll say it's because I'm from New York. Okay, so in New York, like we say, the word, I'll spell it, I-D-E-A, idea, idea. But in New York, we say idea. We kind of add an R to it. So it's like when you're buying beer, it's not two beers, we say two beer. So it's probably more of my accent. Instead of saying Damon, I say Damien, and that's my fault, kind of thing. I think it's just how people say things in wherever they live, but it is Damon with an O-N. Oop, there's my dog barking. I hear a truck. I am waiting for so much stuff. Ew, it would be so cool if it comes on now. We could do it. She's going really bunkers. Usually what they're doing, they're just, instead of putting it on the stoop, they put it by our garage, which kind of sucks. Boy, she's really barking, so it's got to be in the driveway. I'm waiting for, I have stuff from Damon. I have stuff coming from Craft Outlet. Yeah, she's, can you guys hear her barking? It's okay, Regina. It's all good. Damien, Regina, you were on his live last night, weren't you? For his group. He gives me. He's so funny. You have to get to know him, because when you get to know him, you know, it's like one of those sense of humors. Like somebody might not get my sense of humor, and the same could be, you know, with him. And the first time I heard him, and he, you know, he gives people grief, you know, and teasing with them on the lives. And he was giving me grief because I said, yeah, my video was like in warp speed, and I don't know how to, and he made a comment like, Carolynne, I don't know what you're doing over there, you know. But I knew he was just, it wasn't a mean comment. It was a funny comment. I went, okay, like in warp speed, not speed. You know, so, but he didn't know how to fix it, and I don't know how to fix it. And so we think it was just Facebook being dorks the other night. Merry Christmas, Sally. Yes, I like Craft Outlet. I mean, you know, I have suppliers I get things from. I think, did I get it? Yeah, I did. I got some of that, you know, the big polka dot from a supplier, because nobody had any in. So I wanted some to do some wreaths that I was thinking about, and I found a person, you know, different supplier. I know, my hat, Virginia Tech, I think it says. I have different hats for each time I do something, for holidays, that is. Oops. Gosh, all these little stringy things. Right there. Right there. Right there, there's a hole. Yeah, it does. And I'm trying to, you know, like I'm going to Wreath Makers Live. And for those that you don't know what that is, it's all these wreath maker people. And they do other crafts too. So it's not just really about wreaths. And go and get together and just have a good time. You get to network, you get to learn things. People sell things, you know, and whatnot. And so I'm going this year. So it'll be the first time I'll meet him. Although he is coming up this way in April. I think it's around April 12th, I think it was. And he's doing like a business speechy thing. But when I first heard him on a live, I thought, good God, you know. I thought, wow. But then I started to get to know him. Oh, you like my socks? Okay, so I'm barefoot because I threw my slippers away. Barefoot. I threw my slippers away because I have plantar fasciitis. And lately, it's been really acting up bad. So I threw them away the other day, so now I have no slippers. I'm hoping for Christmas. One of my family members, if any of them are on. Yes, I have these socks on. Can you see my pants? They're hearts. And I have this shirt on. So I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. Oh, it's coming out cute. It's coming out cute. Did any of them fall? Yep. Oh my gosh. Only one this time though. I started putting, when I was doing the fireman's wreath, I had them pre-cut and I had them in a basket down here, but right now I have all the picks in there. So have to get another basket I can do, because I do like that idea. It was just easier for me just to pull it all out of the basket than trying to have it all lined up over here on the floor here, because then you roll your chair and you're running over it and stuff too. Well, is my daughter's on? Wait, let me scroll back. See if they're watching, because they really won't be on unless they're watching. I don't think so. So last year, let's see, 2 years ago, I decided I don't know, LuLaRoe. This is all LuLaRoe stuff. And it was like really big. This is going to be back 3 years ago. You know, it was everybody here on Bay. I was like, what the heck? Everybody's talking about this product, and oh yeah, you'll love it. And I'm like, what the heck is LuLaRoe? You know. So that year, I decided that everybody would be wearing LuLaRoe, and we did a Christmas picture with the whole family. So of course you can't get everything matching. So I did the girls in like a burgundy pants, and the shirts that I have for us. The pants were the leggings, and I did shirts. What were the shirts? Like black with gray. So the shirts weren't all the same, but all the same tone. For all the guys, I got them all the same shirt, and they weren't going to wear leggings, of course. So that I told them they had to have jeans on. So they stood behind the couch. All of us girls sat on the couch, the four of us. Then for the kids, my granddaughters, I had them in a LuLaRoe little, I think they call it Gracie. It was like a little dress. And because we had the black and the gray top, I had them in the black little leggings to kind of pick up that. And their dress was like burgundy and stuff. So I did that a couple of years ago. And then last year I did the pajamas. So I grouped it by family, you know, trying to get them all the same ones, like it says Mama Bear, Papa Bear, Baby Bear, you know, or something. And the guys, you know, I got them all like plaid pants, you know, the pajama pants to go with it. You know, it was a set. So it was really cute. But what I didn't think was when I did my husband's and mine. We had like a polar bear, which I thought was cute because we lived in Alaska. And it says, you know, Papa Bear, you know, has a picture of the bear and all. But the pants were like thin, like this, and it had like a snowflake on it and then some other like kind of Aztec-y. So I didn't think about his and my pants. For me, it was fine. So when he came out with the pants on, we all just looked and busted out laughing. I mean, laughing so hard we were crying because it was just, here's this army guy in this Aztec-y red, pink, blue, white pants. And it was just the funniest thing. So, of course, he stood in the back. And you could see my pants. I sat down, but in front of him. But we just couldn't. And he's like, okay, just hurry up, take the picture. So this year, I don't know, it's become like a little thing now. I wanted to do something for this year. And I really can't say what I'm doing because if my kids get on. But, you know, they have like, you could do the sweaters, you could do a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, ugly socks, hats, you know, you could, I don't know, ties. One year everybody could wear a tie. So my socks are mix and match every color. I know. I always wear funky socks. And because at work, when I was working, it was, you know, you had to wear, I mean, I could, well, different businesses I worked with. So one place you could wear jeans, and you had to wear, you know, their shirt or a certain color shirt. So I always wore funky socks because I was like, oh, this is so boring otherwise. So that's how I got in with all the funky socks, kind of thing. I had that so funny. My son is now, and he wears a brace when he sleeps for 6 weeks. Yes, I do have orthotics to wear, but they're hurting my feet. So I'm kind of like in this stage now, a process of elimination. I tried going to work out a couple of weeks ago, just doing the elliptical, because I haven't really been working out. I stopped running because it was advised to me to just give my feet a chance to chill out. So I stopped doing that, and I thought, okay, I'll do hiking. Well, you know, if you're hiking and you're climbing up mountains, and it's just the way your feet go. So, although it's winter time right now. So that, so now I'm trying to figure out which shoes can I wear, which shoes can I not wear. You know, need a red one. Oops. So that's kind of where I am with doing this. Where's the red? Up here. Oops. Oh, Jesus, I just hit my head. Thank God my pot wasn't there. Oh, did I drop a white one? No, I already got that one. I picked that one up already. Or unless it fell down here. I have some pipe cleaners down here. No, I picked up a light pink one on the floor already, but thank you. Thank you for watching. Boy, that was a delayed comment. That's kind of weird. Unless I went further away, but I didn't see any. Oh, we're like 3/4 of the way done. I want to do some ribbon. This is a tedious one. This is a tedious project today. Like I said, just something different than doing all on the wire You're quick. Must have been when Facebook went out again. Oh. Not quick, is that when I'm running out here and then I'll look down there because I know something probably fell and I didn't see it. Some pink over here, see? Got nothing there. Now we have one there. And I'm not really opening these up, I'm just kind of sticking them in. Some, they're going all kinds of ways. Ugh, the stringy things. I need a bright fuchsia. Put a red one over here. It's getting there, it's getting there. So can't wait to put the baby butt in here. I didn't cut any fuchsia. Fuchsia! I need some fuchsia. Listen, Sally, I am the slowest person probably in the world. No. Somebody posted it, and I've seen the post before, and it was an old man walking with a cane, and he had a little dachshund. And I'm sure you guys probably have seen this. It was on Facebook, and the man is taking like little bitty steps, and the dog has like been very patient and just walking, like taking 2 steps and stopping, taking 2 steps and stopping, kind of thing. And I'm like, what's that dog's heart? You know, kind of thing. My dog is like, hey, give me the ball, let me run around, and you go, you know, and I'll go get it, you know. And I'm like, good God, girl, you don't understand. I'm old now. My birthday is not next week, the week after. My birthday's on the 30th. So, and I turned the big 59. And it's weird because when I know this is going to sound weird. This last year, I started thinking, oh my God, in a couple of years, I'm going to be 60. 60. And my husband turned 60 this past October. And for some reason, I didn't care when I was turning 30, 40, or 50, you know. But for some reason, turning 60 is, you know, like now it's next year, is like really bugging me. I don't know why. It's like, I don't want to be 60. And, you know, I don't want to be 61. I was like, so now I think of it, because my husband watches football all the time. So I always say, honey, we're past the 50-yard line. We're entering into the 3rd quarter, you know, of it. And I said, it's just kind of funny. It's my humor. I ordered the baby butt. I'm excited to get. Yeah, isn't it cute? I just can't wait. You can do it however you want to do it. They actually, where is it? Do I have it? When they send it to you, it comes like this. Kind of where I'm getting the idea from. So the baby button, and then they kind of give you an idea of what you can do with it. Oh, you guys can't see that. Does that work better? Ugh. Hurry up, delay. You guys can't really see it. Sorry. See, I moved the camera further away so I can get you a bigger table, and now I can't reach across the table. And if you go, when you click on, like, you go to Craft Outlet, or wherever you want to order your stuff, and you click on the ribbons, like for instance, oh, I need pink again. They give you some pictures. Like if you click on it, it will give you some pictures of what it could kind of look like. But we're going to use white. Where's my pink? And, you know, just like you can go on Etsy and you can look up people's things. You can go on Pinterest. You can go wherever you want to get your ideas from. I just thought I had this grapevine wreath, and I thought, hold on, let me get some pink. I thought I had some more. You know, how you're going to do things. You see people's lives. I haven't seen anybody do it the way I'm doing it. Everybody's doing it with the, you know, with just the deco mesh, you know, kind of a thing. So, oops. But I just thought I'd do something different. I don't work that much on grapevine with you guys. I think the only grapevine I've done is the centerpieces. So I do have some more grapevine wreaths, and I have a heart wire wreath that I want to do with y'all too. I have a lot of things I want to do. So fuchsia. And it's just like, I used to, you know, sometimes I'll be at like 11 o'clock at night and I'll be like, ooh, I want to do this. And I'm like, and my husband's going, you're weird. You know, you get that, just the urge to create something. And I know a lot of people, there are night owls, you know, out there. And I don't know, if you guys want to do, you know, late at night, hey, I'm all for it. Because I usually lie awake, my brain is going, like doing this. I was like debating about doing the Mardi Gras because I was like, oh. But then I was like, oh, should I spray it inside or should I just get a foam block? So that's where my brain was going with the Mardi Gras stuff. And I said, no, I got to do Valentine's Day. I do my baby butt. My baby butt. Oh my God. Age was 30. I was a mess the night before. My birthday, it made me dyeing my hair black. When my husband was 28, for him, at that time, turning 30, he was like, you know, in a couple of years, I'm going to be 30. And I looked at him and I was like, and your point is what? You know, 30's fine. You know, it's not like you're turning 100, you know. And he was like, oh no. And all of a sudden he had to start working out, you know, more. I mean, it's not like he was heavy. He's always been a very thin man. There's my dog barking again. Need some white. And, look at, we're almost to the end. And, I'm listening if it's another truck. I don't know what she's barking at. Oops, here we got another fuchsia one. Oh, I don't want to put that one in yet. Whoop! Alright. Need some more. Lost my whole train of thought. Y'all tell me what I was talking about. I forgot. See, I get sidetracked. This is what happens when you're turning my age. You forget things. Oh. There is another truck in the driveway. Don't know if it's for me or for somebody else. If it's my stuff, I will go. I can't do live tomorrow night. I don't get my granddaughter till afternoon. So let me see, because I have to see, because I have to get things prepared to go make cookies. If I don't do it, I won't finish this unless I finish it with you guys. Although I'm having fun. Might finish it all in one time. But I was like, if I get stuff. Now next week's going to be kind of crazy for all of us. I know. So I may come on with my stuff that I get in the mail if it comes between now and then. And just do some of that with you guys. But if you guys want me to do something, just tell me now. Tell me what you guys want me to work on. I can do another I have some Valentine's Day that's coming in. I can do Mardi Gras. I can do Easter. Oops. You guys tell me what you want to see. Because I know at the end of next week through my one daughter's coming, and I know when they come, I'm not going to be able to really do lives for like that week. They're coming like the 27th to 28th, and they're going to be here, I know, through New Year's Eve, and I think New Year's Day. I want to say a week she's going to be here. So I know I won't be doing one while they're here, just, you know, so I can be with family. But then again, if I get something, I may just pop on and show you what I got, you know, and wish you guys a happy Merry Christmas and New Year. Have you done centerpieces? Yes, I have. I've actually did. There is one on my Facebook. It is a fall centerpiece. And what I did for the lady, she wanted 3 centerpieces. And I did 2 of them on the live with you. no, I didn't do hers, but I did another fall centerpiece. I did her Christmas one with you guys, and I did a deco mesh one, which was the latest one. So check those out on my live, Sally. I've done that. And what I did, I took small grapevine wreaths because she had the hurricane glass in there. So, you know, I was trying to save her money. So what I did the small wreath and with the hurricane glass. So all she would have to do is just change out the wreath, and she can change out the candle inside. But I gave her the candle each time I did the wreath for her. So I did a fall one, a Christmas one, and I did one like deco mesh, like all these curls like around it. It came out really cute. I would love to learn how to make that for the spring. Okay, so do you want me to do it like on the grapevine to show you how I did it that way with the spring, and do it? I could do the loop one if you want to do that, which I really liked because it's like full like this, and with the glass in there, it came out really pretty. I will be 50 in June. Not looking forward to that one. I know. I always like to do something for my birthday. And now with having the grandkids, you know, you got to do something with that they can do. Like the one year they said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to go to Dave & Buster's and play games. And they're like, Mom. I was like, you asked me what I want to do. I want to go to the Renaissance Theater and do, you know, have dinner, you know, up there. So we did that one year. I think that was my 50th birthday. I'm the crazy one. I wanted to do skydiving. Did it one time, tandem skydiving. Will not do it again. Scared the bejeebies out of me. Okay, Sally. I can do that. Oh, maybe we can do, I have Easter eggs. Look, y'all. I got Easter eggs. And maybe I could do a centerpiece. And I'd do a smaller wreath, so it would be smaller, but it comes out almost as big as this when it's done. And maybe you could do it like with the Easter eggs. Hey, Barb. Would that be cool? Do an Easter egg one with y'all? Or do you want a spring? Like with flowers, just kind of a thing. We need just a few more in here. Look, ladies. Donna, this is what I did for skydiving. Every year I try to do something like off the wall. Just to say, been there, done that, you know, kind of thing. And skydiving was the one. So I asked all of my kids, and now this is probably about 5 years ago maybe, who would want to do it. Now my son was going into the military at the time, so he didn't want to do it because he was afraid if he injured himself then they wouldn't take him, you know. My husband being in the Army, he was already airborne certified, and he goes, no, been there, done that. My daughter said no, they were too afraid. They're afraid of heights. I am too. I am afraid of heights. So my one son-in-law at that time said he'll do it. So I gave it to him as a birthday present, but I did it with him. I was totally fine putting on the harness and everything, getting in the plane, you know, making, you know, funky comments and silly things, you know, in the plane. And they kind of have rows, 2 rows, and you sit. So like the guy's attached to me behind, and I'm like, this is cool. I'm up in the plane, you know, I'm looking out. You see the little square cutouts of the lane. And all of a sudden the guy goes, he reaches around, he goes, look, he has his little watch. We're at 10,000 feet so far. And I'm like, 10,000 feet? And I'm like, all of a sudden it hit me. Suppose the parachute doesn't open. Does he have a reserve parachute? Do I have? Hello, I am literally strapped in here. And I'm like, the straps are not loose. And I'm like, my son-in-law was about 3 people behind me. And I said, Brian, I can't do this. I can't do this. And he goes, are you kidding? And the guy goes, when the instructor, he goes, you're not going to do it? And my son-in-law goes, I dare you. And I went, oh, man, a dare? And I was like, okay, I can't go back in the day. I said, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. And the door opened and it sucks the air out of you. And I'm like, and I did the video. And you see, if I could tell you the words without getting in trouble on Facebook that came out of my mouth, but my face went, and I was like, it just went white. And the first person, I was the third person it wound up being to go out the door. And I'm like, guys scooting me out. I was like, strap me tighter, you know, like, and I'm holding on to the straps like they're like that's gonna save me, right? And you know, you got to go sit like this. I have my eyes closed. He's go, lean back, going, what the hell are you thinking, Carolynne? You could be dead in like 2 seconds on the face of the earth. Suppose gravity gives out from you, you know, or gravity doesn't work this time. And so we go out and you can feel, you know, you tumble for a little bit, and then I feel the jerk of the chute open, and I was like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. But the whole time we're tumbling, I was trying, my mouth was open because I was saying a lot of curse words. And you see my face doing that like this. So we had watched the video in the car on the way home. Let me just say, we were peeing in our pants because it was just hysterical. And so my husband, we get home, my husband goes, why didn't you close your mouth? I said, 1, I was cursing. 2, I couldn't get my breath because the air was coming in. I was like, and then I finally get a breath and I couldn't close my mouth. And so he goes, good God. So I had my eyes closed, and the guy kept saying, are your eyes open? Are your eyes open? And I kind of did the pink out, you know, the one eye. And then I eventually, and I'm still holding on for dear life on the straps. And finally I got my eyes open. And you know what? It was the coolest thing. I'm looking around like the clouds, you know, like, well, clouds were above me by then. And things. And it was just like, you're just floating. And I'm just like, this is kind of cool. So that he's videotaping me. He asked me some question. And I said, let me just tell you on the thing. I was telling my son, I said, I'll tell you what, it's really pretty, but God help you when you go to airborne school. Because holy crap, I don't know how people can do this, like jump out of planes all the time. Not for me. Maybe if I keep doing it, I'd be okay. But it was just not a me thing to do. And so when we got closer to the ground, I started putting the arms out, you know, and doing all kinds of crazy things. So they got pictures of me. But you land on your butt. You don't land on your feet. He kind of lands on it. I think he landed on his butt. And then, of course, then they ask you, so how did you like it? You going to do it again? I kissed the ground. I said, nope, this was a one-time deal. I am not going to mess with Mother Nature and fall off the face of the earth. You know, I said, no, one time. So now my son-in-law, of course, wants to do it again. And I'm like, I'm not doing it with you. I did my time. I did it. I took you, and I'm done. So, but it was an experience. We did that. Went in a helicopter. When we lived in Alaska, I went, they, you know, try to get you to sign up for pilot lessons. So it was a little 4-man plane. So they let me, I say drive, pilot that up in the sky. I was like, he goes, here, you want to drive? And the guy comes to the back, the instructor, and I'm just like pull over to the curb, you know. I lost over 100 pounds, so that is something I want to do. I've never been in skydiving. 2 things on my bucket list, and scuba diving. I did scuba diving. I've done that. Thank you again for sharing these. I appreciate you so much. Oh, Vicky, no problem. No problem. I'm talking to myself, so I got to tell you some stories, you know, so you guys can laugh at me. No, so I've done scuba diving, although I want to do like swimming with the sharks kind of thing, but I think I'll do it. I'm not sure if I want to do it so I'm in a cage. I want to do it with great whites for that reason, but probably in a cage would be wise for me, because I'd be the one the shark turns around and I'm gone. I want to do that. I think for the things up in the air, the only things that are left would be, what do you call it? Hang gliding and hot air balloon. I think are the only 2 things up in the air that I haven't done. Unless you guys know something else. Oh, we still need just a few more over here. Just right here is where we have to finish. Oh, I got more white. Yay. And, oh, I have to cut white. And, then I think everything else is like on land. So I want to do deep sea fishing one time. to say I've done that. I want to visit every state at least once. And this is something you can all do, whether you drive or you fly, even if it's like a long weekend. You know, just go. Like, I want to go see Mount Rushmore. I want to go. I've been to Kansas, Ohio, Illinois. I've been the whole West Coast from up as far as Massachusetts, all the way down to Florida, as far over as Louisiana. I've been to California, Oregon, Washington State. So there are a lot of places I've been to. I think it's like 33 states I've been through, and I want to hit all 50. So, and yeah, Donna, congratulations on losing 100 pounds. I need to lose weight. Oh, God. Good old mama belly sneaks up on you. Menopause, I call it. Okay. So we need some more pinks in there. Let's try one more of each color. See how that works. And then we can put baby butt in. Yeah, let's try one more of each color and see how that looks. Yay! Oops, get over here. All right, do I have enough color things? Yep. Yep. Yeah. Trip to Florida. I do it wherever. So, like, we go to Myrtle Beach. So that's where it's helicopter ride. So I got up front with the pilot, and we went out over the ocean and stuff. And it was just kind of cool. When we lived in Alaska, like I said, that was the plane thing. I didn't know the guy was going to tell me to pilot the plane. I was like, cool. So that was kind of weird. But I just try to knock something off my bucket list every year, something different. Like this year, going to Reef Makers Live. Now, I've been to Louisiana because we lived there at Fort Polk for 3.5 years, and all my kids were born down there. So I've been to Louisiana, but it's going to be interesting to meet all these people, at the Reef Makers Live. I love Myrtle Beach too, Barb. We've only been going there, let's see, maybe let's say 4 years now. So we started, let's see, I gotta think. The year my daughter was pregnant, so it was in 2014 was the first time we went. And we rented, it's at oh God, is it Lakewood Camp Resort? And they have like single trailers or double trailers, that look like houses. And we rented a double trailer, and we had 4, 5, 6, 7 people in it. So that was kind of like, you can walk down the alley. They're like, oh, come, and then you can go. It was really small. And but so the next year we got like it looks like a house, up on stilts. It's still a double wide trailer, but it looks more like a house. And so now we didn't do it in 2015 because my daughter was due to have the baby. So we didn't go in 2015. And we went 2016, we rented that place, and then we rented it last year, the same place. And it's done us justice. Sometimes you think, oh, maybe we need a bigger place. But, because the kids are getting bigger and stuff, so we'll see. So I haven't rented for next year, if we're going to rent the same place. We went a little bit earlier this past year, which was good. It saved a little money because we couldn't get the same time that we go. We usually go around Father's Day. Oh, stuck my fingers together. In June, so we'll see. But this year I went to Florida in October. So, ouch. Dang, glue guns. Not glue guns, but glue. And this isn't really that hot. Well, it is hot. Okay. So my husband keeps saying we need to go to someplace closer because it takes us about 7.5 hour drive to go to Myrtle Beach. And, he'd rather be someplace closer sometimes. And I agree, you know, so you can have more vacation. This year was sad because he had to leave. His father passed away. He got there. We got there on Saturday, and that Sunday, next day, he just talked to his father that morning, and then like 3 hours later, it was like wow. So he didn't really have a vacation this year. I think a few more. I'm gonna add, let's say red and light pink. And then baby butt time. Seriously, baby butt time. Baby butt time. It's been years. I've been to Myrtle Beach. Yeah, I mean, I'm red. I don't mind going. It's something different. We're being in Virginia. We also have all these Virginia beaches. The reason why, I don't know how my daughter found this place because her mother-in-law, they have a big one of those big like 40 feet trailers, you know, things. Fifth wheelers, I guess you call them. And they went to this campground or go to this because they're big Harley Davidson biker people stuff and all. And they always go down certain times of the year for the big biking events. So that's how we started going. And it's nice because they go down the same time. And I don't get to see, you know, the mother-in-law that much because, you know, we live 4 hours away. If I go out there to visit my granddaughter, you know, sometimes I still don't get a time to go see her, you know, just because, you know, I think she respects that, you know, I can go just be with the, you know, my granddaughter and them, you know, for a while. And it depends. My daughter always has something for us to do, so we're always doing something, so, which is cool. I don't mind. And, oh, we'll use a white one. Nope, no on the floor. White's okay. So anyway, but Virginia Beach is closed. But at this place, it has 3 pools. One's like a deep pool and it has a slide. Then you have the kiddie area, which is in the pool. They have slides and the buckets that, you know, drench you and stuff like that. And then the other pool has 2 huge, you know, up in the sky slides. You come down into a pool and it has one of those lazy river things. And then it goes where it walks into like a walking beach, you know, kind of area. And where are we? Right here. And that's what we do because it has all that. It's on the beach. They have a little ice cream store there, a little general store. Right across the street is Walmart. There's a little mall close by if we wanted to go there, which I've never been to. But it's just, oops. It has everything, and we rent those little, not little, but those golf carts. Where do I need one? Right here. And we rent 2 of those. We load up our stuff, drive it a block down to the beach, and we set up our stuff for the day at the beach. And that's what we do. We just chill and relax. We'll go out to dinner. We'll go to, I call it the boardwalk. They call it something else. Down there. Look, I do need some white. Some white. Yes? Maybe if I put the butt in it. Let's see. I haven't quite figured it. It's got 4 things to tie this baby's butt. Okay. Before I burn the butt, let me move this. Oh, the arrow's already fixed. Heather, you go over there. Let me move this out of here. I was hoping that the heat from this would straighten out my mat from the other day because it worked. It did. It's a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to stand up. I may disappear because I want to see how we're going to put the butt in. Where do I want to put the butt? I think right there. And then I think I'll put some more fillet in here. So let's flip the butt around. And this has 4 wires. So I'm going to connect it top and bottom. These are thick wires too. So I'm going to pick thick parts of the branch I'm just going to twist it a little bit because I got to get the butt even. Can't have a lopsided butt. Oh, thank God that came through there easy. Oh, I'm excited to see what my butt looks like. Where are the other two? Okay. Donna, you know, my friend had gastro bypass. She was literally like 300 pounds, close to it. And she had the gastro bypass. I think it's been about 3 or 4 years. I'm gonna shake my butt. Oh, my butt! What do you guys think? Look at my butt. Now see, because it's holy here, so I'll take some more mesh and put it in here. I like where my butt is. So let me twist these. And it's tight too. This is thick wire. So the butt ain't going anywhere. See if this will cut it, because I doubled it. Hold on. So this is one reason why I don't like to wear barefoot, because I cut all these little wires. And that's why Damon walks around barefoot. I'm like, good Lord, dude. You know, all the little wires get stuck in your feet, don't they? Yeah, that went a lot quicker. I think I missed the garbage pail back here. Which way is this twisted? This way. I like my baby butt. I had to sleep. Nearly killed her. Oh, good God. Well, my friend had hers. Okay. She's bigger boned, you know, anyway. But she is down to 182 pounds. And, I mean, you see pictures of her, you know, they took a picture, husband took a picture of her laying in the bed the day of the surgery. And she's just huge. And now she's like this. And she's going to have like abdominal surgery, you know, to remove the extra weight. She said she doesn't care about her legs or her arms. I think she'll change her mind on that. Hold on, I've got to get a pair of pliers so I can bend these in. So this may shake you guys. Hold on. I'll leave the drawer open so I don't shake you back. Move that. So I want to just take the pliers and bend this down in here. Where's the other one? Because I don't want anybody to get poked. I sure as heck don't want somebody's door to get scratched. So I make them long enough so that I can weasel them in here. I'm going to put some hot glue here too. But this is how I do it. Okay. I'll shut this off now. Look at me, trying to hide my belly, don't look. Oh, let me get one of my little sticky things out. Because the other one fell in the pot. Oh, look. This must have been from on here from... Yeah, didn't notice that. My butt would have been upside down. Where'd my stick go? Here it is. Alright, so one is here. And this will kind of protect the wire too from on your door from scratching anything too. So one is here. It's kind of like painting. See, one is here. And I say the word glob it down in there to hold it in. It's not going to move or anything, but it's just my way of making sure it's not going to come out. It's here. Did I get them all? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. All right. Oh. Hey, Monica. Here's my butt. Look at my butt. And again, I'm going to fill in here. So, oops. So let's see where we're going to put the wings. My idea. Let me move my stuff from over here. I was thinking, I didn't want to do it off to the side. So I was thinking of putting the wings like here. I'm just watching the comics. Yes, that's what I have learned. Replying to Tamara. Okay. So I kind of want to, let me turn it upside down my way first, if you don't mind. And these again have the thick wire on it. So I want to kind of stick it like here. Oh, this doesn't have any wire. So this is probably, well, I could put a piece of wire on this. And I kind of want to do it like this. Glue. I think is how I want to do it. What do you guys think? You know, I have listed, I've been writing for you guys, let me come down so you guys can see me, to do different things with y'all. And I know I said this on the last one, is like different ways to use the mess, and curls and ruffles and cruffles and poofs and poofs with curls, different ways to just kind of do like a tutorial or a thing with you guys to show you some different ways you could do, you know, whether it's on grapevine or on a metal frame or something. But just to give you some ideas, you know, and it's for me too. It educates me. And then I was going to do one time where we just do some different types of bows on the, with the bow dabra, the easy bow maker or the pro bow, just some different ideas on that with you guys. Yeah, you know, you could put the wings and everything, you know, you could split it up, but I think because, you know, the whole idea is Cupid, you know, here's the wings and he's, you know, the bow and arrows are on the back. So that's why I thought of just putting it on an angle like that. Oops. So let's stick it in. I gotta turn it around, I gotta stand up again. And then I'm gonna put some more mesh in here to fill in this gap. So let's see, where will you wind up going? Oops, upside down. So if you're here, see if I can split this. Now the thing would be going through the grapevine. Seeing where it comes out. That's the hardest part. There's one. Gotcha. Now the other one. Ugh. So this is a little bit harder than doing it with I don't want to lose this one. Doing it with a wireframe. See it, I see it. There it is. Come here. Hey, gotcha. Is that good? I gotta put it on the angle. I have to angle it more so that I can put the bow and arrow. It's gotta go this way. Right there. Does that look good? Or it should be more on an angle. Or I think that looks cute. Oh, send you here, Donna. Go ahead, do your errands. I think that looks good. And I'll put some more, a couple more meshes in here. I'm not going to attach this right now. Let me twist this. Oh, this isn't too long. Okay, pliers. Some glue. What is that? Probably a piece of something in there. Cool. Oh, I don't want the thing to stick to my table. All right. What I'm going to do with you guys, because we've been on 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Oh, God. A little over 2 hours. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to fill it in here. I'm not going to put the twigs and stuff on, the picks. What I'll do is I'll stop here and I'll come back and finish it with you guys. I'll fill in around the edges and stuff. Just gotta let that glue. Is it dry? Nope. With you guys, all right? But go do your errands and stuff, all right? So thank you for coming to Carolynne Delilah's NonnasNuttykrafts today. And we'll finish this up because we got to put this, you know, like I said, the picks and all in and the arrow on, and I'll fill in just a little bit more mesh, all right? So see you guys later. Bye.